Hey everybody, it's Jeff here with Gaming Compass, back for another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch. We left off last time doing the Magnesis trial and shrine, and this episode we'll be doing some more shrines, so let's check it out and see how things go. So here's me talking to the old man here. And teleporting. Well, one thing that annoys me about this game is the loading screens. I mean, it's on a cartridge. It shouldn't have all these loading screens, right? But that's, nitpicking. It's not that big a deal, I guess. Just annoying. So we're on top of the tower here, and the old man somehow magically got to the top of the tower as well. And I'm scrolling through the text here pretty fast. This is recorded a while back, so I'll fix that in future episodes. I've done recordings for 4 episodes, I think, so once I get to episode 5, I'll slow down my text scrolling speed. Sorry about that, if you're wanting to read the text. And I'll probably narrate the text too once I do that, once I get to episode 5, because right now I'm going too fast to narrate it. So I was marking some shrines there, or towers, one or the other, maybe both. So basically the old man tells us we have to get the treasures from the other shrines to get the paraglider. So we gotta do that. So I read something the other day, I don't know if you guys saw it, but apparently there is a way for you to skip getting the Sheikah Slate in the game at the very beginning. I didn't read that much into it to see how to do it, but I just thought saw the headline and thought that was pretty odd. I'm guessing that's probably something that speedrunners will do. So as you can see, since I don't have the paraglider, I have to take the long route down. Normally, and you'll see that later in the game, when I'm at the top of a tower, let's jump off with the paraglider, because that's much quicker. Obviously. And plus, if you are using the towers to travel distances, that's something I like to do when I'm not teleporting, is to travel longer distances by jumping off the top of a tower and basically floating to where I want to go, because you avoid enemies doing that method. Some of the enemies in the game are pretty tough. This is my second playthrough. I did one playthrough and got almost to the end of the game, but I had some issues, so I decided to start over, and partly for doing this recording of this series for the YouTube channel and Patreon. And of course this one will be up on Patreon first. That's patreon.com/gamingcompass if you feel so inclined to donate. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to do so. You can go as low as $1, or I think it's got it up to $50 is the highest it can go, if I remember correctly. And we'll be getting back to doing more regular updates on content on there. I've been kind of behind on that because I've been pretty busy at my day job the past week or two, and been too tired and worn out from that to do much of anything in the evenings, but I'm gonna work on it here, try to. And same thing with site updates as well. But we'll see. It's going to be a busy time of year for me at my day job, so lots of paperwork and that kind of thing, which doesn't sound that tedious or complicated, but it can be tedious. It's not really complicated per se, but it just takes forever. And it's pretty dull, but it is what it is. Alright, so you saw I pushed the boulder down there and took care of some enemies. Got a bunch of clubs there. Got a new sword. So I think we're gonna try to head to a shrine here, maybe. If I remember correctly. Break some more barrels here, just in case there's anything worthwhile in them. Usually there's not, but you never know. Picked up a lizard from the grass there. Wow, we're over by the Temple of Time now. I don't know if we're going in there or what. I don't know. I think I'm headed to the red marker. That's where I'm trying to go, I think. Like I said, it's been a while since I originally recorded this, and I don't remember exactly what I did in this episode. So these guardian statues here, the ones that are inactive, you can walk up to them and collect pieces of the guardians, like the ancient gears and springs and such. You can use those as materials later in the game. So you want to try to get as much of those as possible because they will come in handy later. Just don't sell them. I want to hold on to those. So I think I saw, yeah, there's a shrine up there on the cliff. I think this might be one you have to have some cold resistance on, if I remember correctly. Let's see. So for this, early in the game, you have only a few options. Yep, there's the cold resistance you see in the link shivering there. You can use elixir there like I just did, or if you have the warm doublet, you can wear that, or you can carry a torch, a lit torch, and that will provide you warmth as well, but only until the torch runs out, because it doesn't last forever. And if by some chance you have the bad luck to have it be raining or whatnot, that will put the torch out, so you won't be able to do that. And I probably should have gotten the warm doublet before I went up here, but I don't know. I don't know if you can get it this early or not. I know there's two ways you can get it. You can do the recipe that the old man's looking for, or you can wait until I think you do all 4 shrines at the beginning of the game. Once you get the paraglider, I think you can go to his house and it'll be in a treasure chest in his house. That's how I got it in the original game, and this one I think I'll get it later by doing the recipe. But I don't think I have it just yet. So there's the shrine we're getting ready to go into with that red marker. The Owad Daim. I don't know how to say that. Owad Daim Shrine, I guess. This game has some unusual names for shrines, that's for sure. And for some reason I climbed on top of the elevator instead of the teleporter or whatever, instead of actually using it. The joys of night. I don't know about that, but okay. So here we go. Into the second shrine. This is the what was the name of that building? I can't remember what the name of it is. It's the stopwatch trial. Stasis, yeah, that's what it is. I want to say Kronos, I'm like, that's not right, that's the ice one. So stasis allows you to stop moving objects, certain ones, and certain enemies as well. So we'll be using that to complete this shrine once we get it added to our Shifa slate. And actually there's a way you can use it on boulders, I think, in the overworld, and if you hit the boulder enough and climb on top of it, you can propel Link forward and get a free ride on a boulder. I've tried it a few times, but I couldn't get it to work correctly, but I've seen footage online of people doing it, so maybe I'm just not doing it the right way, I don't know. But anyways, we got stasis now. So now we have multiple runes, we can change our runes. And we'll have to later in the game. So when it turns like the yellow color there, that means you can interact with it. Let me stop the gear there, and that prevented that platform from rotating. And allowed us to cross the gap. So now we have these giant boulder ball things, whatever you want to call them. And we can use stasis to stop those. Temporarily, of course. And if you don't, you'll get hit by it, and it does a significant amount of damage, so you probably want to avoid doing that. There is a hammer there, free for the taking. Iron sledgehammer. These are good for doing the stasis attacks for objects, and also you can use them to mine minerals that you find out in the overworld. They're handy for that as well, if you don't want to use a bomb. Because when you use a bomb, it tends to send stuff flying everywhere. So there's a treasure chest up here. What's inside? Oh, we got a traveler's shield. That is 4 defense. That's better than what we currently have. So I'll go ahead and equip that. And we'll go over here maybe. So this boulder is stationary, but it's blocking the path and we can't get around it, so we have to use stasis here to move it out of the way. And you can hit it, you know, as much as you want until time runs out, or your weapon breaks, whichever comes first, but you only have to hit it a couple times. It's not necessary to do it more than that. And so I was looking around there to make sure I didn't miss anything. Sometimes in some of the shrines they have additional rooms even, and treasure chests behind the platform there. So that is shrine number 2 complete. And we'll be doing at least one more in this episode, maybe 2 more, I don't remember. But we'll see. So we got 2 spirit orbs now. And of course spirit orbs are the equivalent of heart pieces in previous entries in the series. Get 4 of them and you can trade them in for a heart container or a stamina vessel, I think they're called, if I remember correctly. And stamina vessels obviously add additional storage, I guess, for lack of a better term, on your stamina gauge. And heart containers add additional heart to your life meter. Not really sure why this is standing here, but I was trying to think of where I was going to go or what I was going to do. I'm still just standing here. There we go. Finally. I don't remember why I was doing that, but anyway. We're going to head to another shrine now, maybe? So again, I don't have the paraglider yet, so I can't do my usual jump off the high spot and glide to where I want to go, so I have to climb down. Now I could go the same route that I went up, but I don't have any more elixir or cold resistance elixir, and I don't have a lit torch, and I don't have the warm doublet, so I have to go this route basically. I mean, I might be able to make it through the cold portion without dying, but it'd be challenging. And I would probably take damage. So in Breath of the Wild, if you fall from too great of a height, you will take damage, and if you fall really too high, you'll die. So until you get the paraglider, you want to be cautious and not jump down from too high. I'm about out of stamina here, so I'm gonna have to let go or fall. And there you see I fell. Fortunately, though, it wasn't far enough to do any damage. And got another cliff facing here to climb down. And that is a bottomless pit down there, so I gotta be extra cautious here that I don't fall down on that side, if at all possible. It won't kill me if I fall in the bottomless pit, but it will take off some health. And that part's not the big deal. The part that would be annoying is it would put me back on where the last piece of solid ground I was standing on was. And I'd have to climb down all that I just did, which would be irritating. And a waste of time. So, yep, that looks good. So now we're back on solid ground, terra firma as it were. Here's some goblins, basic variety. And I took one out, but got hit from behind by the other. Oh, and then I got a flurry rush on that one. Then him flying. Got one shooting arrows at me somewhere. He lit his club on fire, but I killed him before he could do anything. It's the one with the arrows. So originally in the game, when it first released back in March, you could block arrows off your shield and basically collect infinite arrows that way. But Nintendo patched that out, I think. I guess they didn't want people doing that, so kind of stinks. But considering arrows are pretty scarce in the game until you have enough money to buy them whenever you need them. Then the shops will be out of arrows for a little bit till they restock. So that spot right there, I think you can either burn it or use a bomb on it and gain access to what's behind those boards there. I don't remember if I did it right now or if I waited till later. Or I might have forgotten about it altogether, I don't know. Don't remember. So inventory's full, so I gotta switch a weapon, so I'll get rid of one of these Coco clubs. And get the throwing spear, which does 6 damage, looks like. I'll equip my torch. Yeah, okay, now we're gonna go burn the boards that I was talking about. Looks like. Yep, so there you go. Burned them. Switch back to the hammer here, which is the best weapon I have right now. There's a honeycomb and some bees. And I shot it and the bees came after me. And they're jacking me up. I got rid of them. And we got the coarser bee honey and some smallish shrooms. And a treasure chest which has some bomb arrows. Cool. I think that is our first additional arrow type. Yep. Other than regular arrows. Alright, moving right along. It'd be nice to have the bombs so I could pull up some of these crates without having to waste weapon damage. Or durability, rather. There's a rush room. Those grow on the sides of cliffs like you saw right here. Some of them can be difficult to get to because they're on sides of cliffs, obviously, so You have to do a bit of climbing to get to them sometimes. I'm gonna get a few more of them. I don't remember if we're going to, is that blue or purple? I can't tell what color that is, but either that or the yellow marker. One or the other probably. Don't remember which one. So traveling by foot takes quite a while in this game, which is, it has its good points and bad points. It's good because, you know, the game is expansive and you get your money's worth out of it, but it's bad because it takes forever to get anywhere. Unless you teleport. Even going by horse, once you get a horse, takes a while. So here's some more problems. Another little mini camp here. One lit their spear on fire. Oh, and he lit the other ones on fire as well. And they burned a barrel too. And the mushrooms that were sitting there. They just burned everything. And they killed me. Oh man, that sucks. That's not good. So at my initial playthrough of the game, I think I must have died at least 20 times, maybe more than that. I died a lot. It was ridiculous. So again, I'm not sure why I'm sitting here at the game over screen, but we'll move along here momentarily. So fortunately we're back right here where we died. Don't have to travel anywhere. And got rid of one of the enemies here. And there's the other one. And those Boko spears only do 2 damage, so it's not a very strong weapon. Some Hylian shrooms there, some more steak. That thing looks huge when it's sitting there in the fire. Everything you pick it up and it's tiny. Roasted bird drumstick. And a pot lid. That is a shield, but it only has 1 defense, so not very good. Some spicy peppers. Those you can use to make cold resist food. So that can come in handy for when you're in the colder areas of the game. Until you get the cold resist armor, anyway. So I grabbed the torch there and lit it to light the cooking pot fire, so I can cook some stuff. And looks like I'm gonna use a spicy pepper, apple, make some cold resist food. Spicy simmered fruit. And looks like that was a mushroom and a pepper. Spicy fruit and mushroom mix. Maybe I did an apple too. I don't know. There's a bass and a pepper. Spicy pepper seafood. All kinds of cold resist food. Just in case. I'm gonna make some stamina food as well. The stamina shroom and the apple. Energizing fruit and mushroom mix. Just one of those though. Alright, ready to move along here. Find this smaller mountainous area. And we're close to the beginning of the game here, the Shrine of Resurrection, I think it's called. This is a colder area here. And we took some damage there. out of this cold area. Alright, there we go. Back in the warmer section now. Can't remember if I'm going to blue or yellow. We'll see. Back over by the Temple of Time. Maybe you want for yellow? I don't know. Oh, here's the old man's house. I believe. Farmer's pitchfork. Does that say 7? Yeah, I think it says 7. 7 attack. One thing I wish about this game, when you have full inventory, if you pick up another weapon or shield or whatever, that it would give you the option to automatically drop one of your weaker items. That'd be nice. Yep, so this is the old man's house. There's some peppers on the table and a journal, a notebook or something, and an axe there. In bed you can sleep in if you need to, I believe. Diary, that's what it is. So he's talking about the warm doublet there. This has raw meat and a spicy pepper. And then he forgot the other ingredient. Remember, yeah, spicy meat and seafood fry. So the missing ingredient is seafood, which you can use Hylian bass for. Which I think that's what I do. So here's a lit cooking pot we can use. Or maybe not. I realized I didn't have any raw meat, so I gotta find somewhere to get some raw meat. And there's the old man coming. I think, yeah, I'm just gonna kill a bird here. I think you can use any raw meat, doesn't necessarily have to be from a deer or a fox or whatever. So there is the bass, the pepper, and the meat. There you go, spicy meat and seafood fry. That is the dish that the old man was looking for. So I tried to talk to him to give him the dish, but it won't let me do that until he gets back to his house. So let's run around, wait for him to get over there. Collect some stuff, some mushrooms and whatnot. So up here there's a hidden Korok. Get ourselves a Korok seed. And that's our first one in the game. I read that there's 900 of those in the game, which just seems crazy. 900 seeds, man, that's insane. And from what I read, spoilers, you don't really get much of a decent reward for it either if you get all 900. Not really worth the effort. So the old man's back at his house here, so we can give him the dish. I cooked something. Here, it's invisible. Gotta love that invisible food. So now we got the warm doublet, which we can use in the cold areas to get a little bit of cold resistance. And it also kind of looks like Link's traditional tunic outfit almost. Provides the same amount of defense as what you currently have, but it has the benefit of cold resistance, so it's a better choice. So now we can head to somewhere else. And I believe I was just marking the location where the old man's house is, so I wouldn't forget, because it's not marked on the map in any way, unless you mark it yourself, in case I need to come back there later. I always forget where it is. I know it's in that general vicinity, but I don't remember exactly where. Go apple picking here. So one thing you can do if you don't want to climb the trees or jump up to get the apples, you can actually cut the trees down with your axe or blow them up with your bombs and knock the trees down, and the apples will fall on the ground, which can be pretty handy. So speaking of chopping down trees, we just chop down this one to make ourselves a little makeshift bridge here across the gap. And I proceeded to fall off into a bottomless pit. Whoops. That wasn't very smart of me. I think I took it a little bit too fast there, so we'll try this again. Where I was on the edge. So I decided to crawl here to make myself go slower, since otherwise you have to, you know, maneuver the joystick in such a manner to inch forward slowly. So we made it across safely this time. So I'm gonna try to sneak up on these guys here, but I don't think it's gonna work. We'll see though, since they're facing the opposite direction. That didn't work. I don't know how he heard me since I was crawling, but whatever. Anyway, took them out. Yep, there's a bombable wall over here. I'll have to come back here later once I get bombs. So I'll mark it on the map, so don't forget to check this out once I get the bombs. And now we'll climb up here. And looks like we're gonna go for the blue marker. Make the long, arduous climb up the side of the cliff. Hopefully I'll find the climbing gear in this playthrough. I only found one piece of it in my initial playthrough. Maybe I'll have to look it up and figure out where all the pieces are so I can get that climb faster. So I didn't have enough stamina, so I fell. So I think I'm gonna teleport here to the Shrine of Resurrection, which is closer anyway, since I couldn't climb up that cliff there. Battle tip. His loading screens take a while, huh? I feel like I'm playing a original PlayStation game or something. As long as the load screens are. Anyways, back in the Shrine of Resurrection here. And again, I keep going back here to check and see if there's a Korok seed or not. I need to double check that and see if there actually is one in there or if I'm just imagining things. I thought I had read that there was one in there, but maybe I was mistaken. Smashing Crates, the new rock band. Not to be confused with Smashing Pumpkins. Running along here. Alright, there you see Death Mountain off in the distance. This is the very beginning of the game. Where you come out of the shrine when you wake up, and that's where you see the title screen and everything. So there is a shrine over there. Maybe we'll go to the red marker first, I don't know. So I put a green marker over there. I don't think that was on there for any particular reason, just to give me a general direction of where I need to go. Because the blue one is exactly where the shrine is, but the green gives me a more, I guess, a general idea of where I need to be. And again, I don't have the paraglider yet, so I have to do the super slow downward climb, so I don't fall to my death. I think there's a route you can take you don't have to climb down, but you can just go down a series of slopes or whatever, but I didn't feel like spending the time looking for that. It's faster to just climb down, so that is what I did. Or am doing, I should say. And lo and behold, there's another abominable wall right below us. So we'll probably put a marker on the map here for that, so I can remember to come back to it. There we go. Marked, and we are on our way. Some skeleton goblins. Cobblefoos. I don't know if they have a proper name, but something like that. So it's a kind of a foresty looking area here. That's some blue nightshade, that's a herb. You can use in cooking and whatnot. Sometimes I'm really good at the headshots on the arrows, sometimes I miss completely. That's a good thing the hammer can do too. The alien shields that can knock away if you hit them. Hammer. But the hammer is broke, so that sucks. So, get my next best weapon, which is the pitchfork. Damn, headshot that guy. That was while I was moving or close to it. Which is harder to do, obviously. Let's see what we got in our nice little treasure chest here. That's an opal. That is an ore, which you can sell. I'm not sure if they are used for crafting anything in the game, because I mean, in my initial playthrough I didn't use them for anything other than selling. Which, once you get to a certain point in the game, you don't really need to do that anymore if you do the money-making trick. And we'll cover that once we get to that in a later episode. Get all of our loot here. A bit there to break crates, so we switch back to the axe for that. Once we get bombs, we'll be using those instead, because don't need to waste weapon durability. More crates to break there. And now we're going to the woods, or maybe we're turning around again. Sometimes when I'm playing this game, I'll set out to go one direction and get distracted by something else and end up going over there. There's another crate there. I think this is one of the fiery areas. Yep, I think it is. So you see that lone fire there and all the grass, it's all over the place, and there's wind blowing through here. Watch what happens. This is pretty cool. Just take a torch and light that little spot. And whoosh. Link starts his own wildfire. Kids, don't try this at home. There you see the updraft coming in with the fire. If I had the paraglider, I could use that to get a boost up into the air, but I don't have that yet. And it's going to burn this whole area here, just lighting that one little spot. Kind of funny. There's actually enemies back there too, I think. They're back in the background. Might not be able to see them, but yeah, there's one on top of a platform back there. You can barely see him in the background. Looks like I saw on the ground too. You just walk right through the fire. Here they come. I thought the fire would kill him, but it did not. I was disappointed. That's what I was waiting for right there. There was a bunch of explosive barrels back there, and the fire just blew them all up. You know, if they had not come after me, it would have gotten all three of them probably. But, oh well. There it is running. Take care of him. Not quite. There we go. Treasure chest in here. And it has some fire arrows. Our third arrow type. Sweet. There's the guys all right here. Get rid of them real quick. There's another enemy. And a broken our weapon. So I'll switch to the next best weapon. Some more loot. You know, as windy as this section is, you think that Link would be getting blown around, but it doesn't for some reason. And this fire is still burning, it's just going everywhere. It's crazy. Not sure why I went back in here, maybe just to get the loot. No, missed. Alright. But we decide to burn everything in sight, we can move on. Perhaps. So there's that green marker I placed earlier. Now we need to go south, looks like, to go to the blue marker. So put a mark on that little bridge there. It gets us to where the blue marker is. That way we can make sure we go the correct direction. So we'll head for green here on our radar. Climb the skull here. Why not, right? I could make that leap there across the gap from the skull to the cliff, but it did not work out that way. If I had the paraglider there, I would have been able to do so, no problem, but I don't have it, so wasn't to be. Keep on climbing, Link. I nearly ran out of stamina there, so that was good that I made it up. That would have sucked if I hadn't. But I had to redo all that. That's some broken wall sections here. I think that's more bottomless pits down there, that way. Part of it, anyway. There's another shrine over that direction that I marked. Here's another part of the wall and cliff. You can climb up. Alright, so I think we're on the right level here for the green marker. There you see the shrine we're trying to go to, that's our blue marker. There's another enemy encampment right over here. Yep. So I don't think you can get up there normally unless you knock down that big wooden board that's over there. Attached to the tree, or near the tree anyway. So I'm trying to snipe them with arrows here. I think I got rid of one of them. I don't have a whole lot of luck here though, so I'm pretty far away. So I decided to move a bit closer. Like really close. Oh, the peppers there. And some other stuff. So yeah, there's no ladder or stairs or whatever to go up there. Thought maybe I could burn it. That's what I was doing with the torch there. I did burn the pepper though, pepper plant. I'd forgotten how to get up there initially. Tried climbing, that's not gonna work. Because there's a roof in the way. Now I see the board up there, I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe that's what I need to do. I'm not sure if you need to use fire arrows in this or not. It might be doing regular arrows, but I decided to use fire. So there, that drops down and makes a little ramp for us to go up here. We got a blue bokoblin here. They're orange, brownish ones. I decided I'm going to focus on him so he can kill me. But he did anyway. One hit killed me. I try to dodge those attacks to get like the flurry rushes or whatever, but sometimes my timing is not very good, like in that particular instance. So we'll try this again. And again, thanks to the nice autosave feature, where you're not that far away from where we died. I'll go ahead and knock the ramp down again, because I didn't save that part. And this time I decided I'm going to try some bomb arrows, see if we can get rid of this blue bokoblin. Oh, maybe not. Yep, there he is. Boom! Yeah, set him on fire too, and then drop his shield. There you go, took him out. Oh no, almost. Got his weapon. Guys, soldier's broadsword, 14 damage, look at that, nice. Almost double, or more than double what I had. Got rid of the blue one. Got some guts. Link's got guts! So now I can go up here without worrying about the blue one that's gonna try to kill me. Oh, couple treasure chests over here, looks like. Got some amber in that one, which is another ore that you can sell. And amber is the color of your energy. That's an old song. 311, if I remember correctly. And we got some regular arrows in the other treasure chest. And peppers grew back, so pick some more peppers. And it's not even Peter Piper either. Alright, now I can go over here to this little bridge. I think, maybe. Which leads us over to our blue marker area. So if I had crawl on this, I could freeze the water here and go over there that way, but I don't have that yet. But I do have magnesis, and I can use that to move this metal door, wall thing, whatever you want to call it. And kind of build a bridge of sorts. Not exactly what I intended to do, but it worked. I think this counts as a cold section, maybe, but I have the warm velvet, so it doesn't matter. I won't freeze with that on. Well, at least in this part of the game, anyway. So I'll head up here to our next shrine. And I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that in this episode. That may be waiting for the next episode. As I think we're about out of time for this one. But we'll see. Gonna take the long circuitous route here because I don't know why I did that, but I just did. Probably could have climbed, but oh well. Some more enemies. Oh, that barrel just at me. Tried to anyway. He missed, but the other guy hit me. Looks like there's some explosive ones there, maybe. Off to the side. I like how these guys are always cooking steak. Guess I get very hungry, you know, sitting around doing nothing. There's those explosive barrels I mentioned. I just decided to leave them alone for the time being. Alright. Looks like we have some water here. Something in the water there. What is that? Is that a treasure chest? I think it is, but I think I need Cryonis to get it. This is not magnetic. The Ke Numut Shrine? Numut? Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to be doing that. Yeah, I'm out of time for this episode, so we'll be picking up in our episode 3 with this next shrine here, shrine number 3. So be sure to tune in for that. And don't forget, you can check us out at gamingcompass.com for Nintendo news, PlayStation news, Xbox news, all kinds of video game news, screenshots, videos, and more. And you can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We post throughout the week there. Going to try to get back to doing that more regularly here. I've been behind on that, like I mentioned, with being busy in my day job and too tired to do that in the evenings, but we'll try to get back to that, so be sure to check that out. And thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this one and other cool video content. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.